I know most of you, but if you don't know me, I'm again Shauna Clark, and I have been with the Finance Exchange for it's been a year. So I think it's been a year now. So yes, and now I'm program director, and so I helped bring in our speaker today. And let me tell you about some cool stuff about. I want to introduce Alan Little. He is a successful international coach to individuals and teams, from executives to small business owners. He is a TEDx speaker, and he's trained other people to be a TEDx speaker, and he's an accredited life coach. Alan is passionate about helping others build relationships and creating an abundance in all forms. Let's welcome the motivation of Kansas City. Yay!
Thank you. It's so good. It's amazing to be here. I really love that. Like, I come here and then they provided food for everyone, and she's like, "We will take care of your lunch. You want to take care of my lunch?" So I was like, "It's so amazing." It's like, take care of it. All right, I'll do it for the plate. I think that we're going to talk about networking today, of course, and I kind of just feel called to talk a little bit about what I'm really about. Okay, I usually tell the big mission at the end, but I feel called to tell it at the beginning. I am on a mission to connect our planet on an authentic basis, on a daily basis, for everyone. I feel like we live in a society that is so like separate and stranger danger. I say that we all see each other as family and lead with that. People come to me all the time, because I train speakers, right? They come to me and say, "Oh my goodness, I'm so nervous to speak." I'm like, yeah, because you're focusing on yourself and how you're performing. You're not focusing on helping people. You're not focusing on being there with people. Every one of us is born with a skill set and a gift that is here to share with others. So if you focus on sharing your gift and impacting others, you'll naturally succeed. Success and loving other people are literally in the same category. Every person of a great success have a gift, and they just want to share it with the world. Okay? So we're going to talk about how to become a master networker. All right? One thing I'm doing right now, I was just talking with Michelle about marketing things of that nature. I'm doing an Instagram run right now. So if you follow me on Instagram, I'll do a deal with you guys. All right? Follow me on Instagram. And then if you post a story of me speaking and tagging me, I'll choose one person to feature on my Twitter account that has about 74,000 followers right now. And I'll feature your business on my Twitter account. All right, pick one random person. So follow me on Instagram, post a story of me speaking, because I don't have a camera person here, so that'll work. Well, at least I have a camera person for the video, but not for Instagram, social media. Okay, cool. So now what I'm gonna go into is a little bit of my networking journey. How did it come to be for me? For me, it started off in a cornfield in Iowa. Started in a cornfield, and I was in a space, I'm very, very spiritual, okay? I'm very spiritual, I'm very faith-based. So I sat down, and I'm like, God, if you're real, please show me some type of proof. My life, think about my life at the time, I was at a very young age, but I hit a very high level of material success. So all of those goals, like in high school of 6 figures, all that stuff, I hit them pretty young, and I was like, there's no happiness here. I thought everything would just take off. I had the car, I had the apartment, and I started to err from the side of wanting to be rich to wanting to be meaningful, wanting to be fulfilled. And so with that conversation I had, I was expecting like Mufasa to show up in the sky or something, I'm expecting some type of like, remember, like the clouds come down on me. None of that happened. What happened for me was I got a message from my uncle. And my uncle just said, "Hey, I just randomly thought about you," because I spoke to him in 3 years. And I just feel called to tell you that God loves you and he's glad you're back in his life. And I was like, what? Like, where are you coming from? He's in Seattle, Washington. So I'm like, where are you coming from with this? And from that, there were so many synchronicities that happened after that, to the point where I go on Twitter, I start just for fun, just motivating people, just positive tweets, just posting like you can do it, just all kinds of positive tweets. A lady reaches out to me and she says, "Hey, I'd love to meet you in person. We are an interesting organization. I think you should come speak to us." And I'm like, "About what?" So I go there, I meet them. She didn't tell me that she was the lead campaigner for Dr. Ben Carson at the time, who was running for president of the United States. Whoa. And remember, I've never given a public speech before. So I'm kind of just like, tiptoeing, like, okay, whatever, And she introduces me to Dr. Ben Carson. I meet him and connects. 2 weeks go by, and they're like, Alan, we would love for you to be our speaker at the Iowa Caucasus. I'm like, I don't know what the Iowa Caucasus is. I don't know what. She's like, just come, just put a talk together. I'm like, okay, cool. What time is it? The time, it was 4:30 she called me. Or I called her and she told me the information. The time of the speech was at 7. So I'm like, oh, Coke, you want me to come in 2 hours and give this speech, whatever, that I have nothing prepared? She's like, yeah, you can do it. You got it. I get there. She forgets to tell me that there's 500 people in the audience. 500, right? So I'm just like, like, this is bigger than my living room. I only speak to people in my living room. Yeah. She also forgets to tell me that my opponent at that speech was Donald Trump. It's still on YouTube to this day. My very first public speech to the world was Donald Trump was there in attendance representing himself, and I was representing Ben Carson. And my speech was, like, his speech was about, make America great again, he did his whole spiel. My speech was, the way we make this country great is by loving each other more. It's by loving each other, by everyone getting to know their neighbor on a daily basis. And unanimously, I won. And so it was like standing ovation. Everyone's clapping, like, oh my God, who is this random kid? I was like 23 at the time, right? Like 23, 24. Who's this kid speaking against the would-be president of the United States and winning? And that's when it hit me. I'm like, oh my goodness. Like, I'm over here thinking I have to be qualified to speak. Turns out that just having a big heart and loving humanity works amongst everyone. And so I made that my superpower. I started leading with that, So I started, things started taking off. I was on MTV because of it. MTV News interviewed me. That was me when I met Ben Carson. I built a thriving coaching practice, what I help people. I call it Godfidence coaching. And Godfidence is accessing a superpower within yourself that gives you a confidence to do anything. Like a Godfident business owner is someone that, like, everything they do, they're headed towards their goal. They're accomplishing their goals, but they also have fulfillment as well. Because we have people that hit high level of success, but they're burnt out. And then we have people that, my life is fine, but they're not hitting the goals they want to hit. You see, so actually making those two one of the same. So all of that led to me giving a TED Talk, which can be found on YouTube as well. I was very blessed to give a TED Talk. And I want to talk about the problem I see with networking today. Okay, there's actually 2 problems. There's 2 problems that I see with networking today. The first problem is people focus on results over relationships. We've all been out networking, and we've probably met someone that just say, oh, here's my business card, and just walk away, right? Or I've actually had one instance where I was talking with someone at a table. We're having a great conversation. This guy, true story, he creeps by as we're talking, and he drops his business card between our conversation, and he creeps away. And he was just so sneaky with it. And I'm just like, bro, he was like, I don't know, I forgot what he did, but we literally looked at his card and kind of slid it off the table and just kept on talking. So he just focused on results of relationships. But then there's the other part. There's the other caveat. It's people focus on relationships over results. We have people that they're such social butterflies. You just want to have fun. But then someone's like, what do you do for business? Oh, we got to talk business right now. Well, I'm just here to have fun. Well, it's like, for example, someone's a realtor. They're like, I'm actually looking for a realtor. I actually want to work with a realtor, and you're a realtor, but you're not telling me what you do. So there's a healthy balance of being connected with people, having the social aspect, but also stating clearly what you do. How do you help humanity? How do you show up in the world, and what gifts are you willing to give? So there's importance of having that both. So I'm going to help you guys become master networkers with the acronym MASTER, of course. Just the MASTER acronym. I'm really, really big on acronyms. It's how my mind remembers. And what I'm going to give you, the first letter in the MASTER acronym is the meaning of eye contact. Okay? What is the meaning of eye contact? This is the M. I put this first for a reason. It's all going to connect. Like, who's seen like V for Vendetta when he hits like the dominoes and it all connects? And who's y'all seen that movie, V for Vendetta? Okay, yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's all going to connect. I promise you. You guys are going to love it. So, the meaning of eye contact. Utilize your eye contact for that spiritual connection. Have you ever been walking somewhere and just living your life, and you just randomly make eye contact with someone, and you look away because it's kind of awkward? It's like you look at it, look away. That eye contact means that there's a purpose for you guys to meet. Okay? So don't avoid it. Go talk to them. Just go talk to them. So whenever you're navigating, you can set an intention. Like, is everyone here freelancers? Is that some freelancers? Okay, cool. So let's say freelancers. Let's just say anybody who do web design. Okay, web design. Okay, 3 web design. So you set an intention. I am here to help people web design. That is what I'm here to do, right? And you go walk in, you walk through Target, and then next you're in line. You look at someone. They look at you. You kind of just look away. Look at them like, hey, I really like your shirt. Where are you from? And I guarantee you there's always some type of connection. Either they meant to connect with you, you meant to connect with them, or they know someone that's meant to connect with you for whatever purpose. You know, I've had instances where I was like, you know what, today I am going to walk into this building and I'm looking to give a speech, impact a lot of people's lives in a positive way. And then I walk and I just look, who's going to link that eye contact? You? Okay, go talk to them. And then dead on almost every time, they're like, we're actually looking for a speaker. Or I know someone that's looking for a speaker. You know? Your opportunities are always around you. You find them by being aware of how to capitalize on when they present themselves. Eye contact is one of the primary ways. I'm telling you, I can't wait to hear y'all stories after this. You know, y'all go like, oh my God, y'all made eye contact with this person. We're becoming besties or whatever it is. You know, I'm telling you, it's good stuff. All right. Full attention, communicate with your eyes. Okay, very basic stuff. Now, next one is attitude. Attitude. Your attitude determines your altitude. Okay. We like to go on throughout our day, and a lot of people are at the effect of their day, right? They're at the effect of like, if this happens, and this happens, and this happens, then I mean I had a good day, right? But if this doesn't happen, that means I had a bad day. See, a lot of people, they feel like their day creates their attitude, but your attitude creates your day. Yeah, I got some head out. Like, yeah, your attitude creates your day. You want to have a good day? Decide to be in a good energy when you first wake up. Decide to feel good. Don't tether your state of being to an external circumstance, because the external circumstance, that's a gamble. You don't know if it's going to rain or not. You don't know if your car's going to start. You don't know. Right? But if you decide that no matter what happens today, nothing's going to affect my energy, I'm going to be in a clear energy, you will find that things that you want to happen will tend to kind of follow that. Right? Instead of reacting, you're choosing how you're responding. Reacting is the act of reacting, acting the same way over and over again based on a circumstance. Responding is being responsible with your own energy and bringing that to create your circumstances. I knew today's speech was going to be great today. How did I know? I woke up this morning and decided it's going to be great today. No matter what happens, it's going to be a great speech today. In your web design business, today's going to be a great web design day. No matter what happens, it's going to be a great day. And you actually feel that first. You want to go to a fun party? Bring the fun. You bring the fun. You bring the energy. You be that light. I love that pink in her hair. I saw that. I was like, yes, that's a fun person. I love that. You know, just a hint of low pink right there with the blue earrings to complement the purple one too. Fashion statement right there. I can't do anything like that, but I can admire it through you. Actually, I could maybe get like a marker and just, whatever. Okay. So you want to be the go-giver, okay? This is one of my hacks to having a great day, okay? There are some days where, you woke up on the wrong side of the bed, you're not feeling good, and you're just like, wow, I don't know how I can feel good today. I don't know what to do. This is one of my favorite methods. Take your eyes off of yourself for a moment and be like, how can I make other people's days better? There was one time where I had a speech at like 5 p.m. I woke up like at 11, overslept. I felt terrible. So I'm like, you know what? I need to raise my mood. I go to the mall. I'm just complimenting people. Hey, I like your shoes. Hey, like your shirt. Oh, hey, you seem like a pretty good energy, right? Just complimenting people for 20 minutes greatly boosted my energy, and I take that energy, I use that energy to speak. You want to hack your energy? Go and make people feel the way you want to feel on that day. And by natural law, this is like quantum physics, you will become that energy because you have to have that energy to give it to another. Make sense? All right, I don't want to I'm real like quantum, like I'm really up there in the stars, so I'm just, keep me updated with this, okay? So, this is a big one as well. Instead of just hoping to have a good attitude, try practicing your attitude every day. A lot of people, they work out their muscles, they work out, different skills. Do you actually work out your attitude? How many times do you wake up in the morning and be like, okay, I got 15 minutes of an attitude workout. I'm going to watch positive videos. How many people here like to travel? Okay, perfect. Me and my girlfriend, we have all kind of travel aspirations, right? We'll sit down and we'll actually imagine ourselves, like watching YouTube videos at this different hotel place. And Rome is a trip that's on our list as well. Actually, already got the tickets there, so we're gonna go to Rome soon. So we love the travel. That really boosts our energy. So why wait to travel to feel good about traveling? Practice that now, every day. It's powerful stuff, man. It's really powerful stuff. Oh, and when it comes to creating your energy, you can enjoy the future, appreciate things you have now, or remember great things of the past. Some people is better at visualizing the future. Some people is better at appreciating what they have now. Some people is better at the past. You can pick whatever one. It's not about which one. It's about which one increases your mood the most. I'm telling you, y'all go on a 7-day run of just practicing your attitude. Watch the circumstances line up. I'm telling you, it's good stuff. Now, next one is sell the problem. This one is more on the business side of things, okay? Because I'm really big on energy, but I'm also really big on the entrepreneurial business side as well, okay? Now, if you go to someone, I'm gonna use the web designer example. You go to someone and there's two people, okay? This is an example of selling a problem. They ask you, hey, what do you do? They say, oh, I'm a web designer. Okay, cool, great, okay? That's person A. Person B, hey, what do you do? Do you know what it's like to have this vision of your business and this idea of your company, and you want to just get that on a tangible page for people to see? You want people to look at a website and they can see your clear vision, your passion? Yeah. And people, it's hard to come across that? Yeah, exactly, yeah. I'm the person that makes that possible. You sold a vision, you sold a problem. The problem is that they want to get their vision of their company on a page. So you sell the problem, and then you sell yourself second. I'll do another example. What's your name? Mace. Mace. Okay. What is your business?
Recruitment marketing.
Recruitment marketing. Yeah. Okay. So what would an ideal client of yours be?
It would be similar participants in a clinical research study.
Clinical research study. Okay, so you do recruitment for people to be in a clinical research study, right? Okay, so person A, what do you do? Recruitment, clinical research study, right? Person B, good example for you. Right now, our medical industry needs help. We need help in people going through these clinical trials, which I assume they get paid. Do they get paid? And there are people out there that can use an extra income to literally just help the medical industry in like a couple hours a day or so, passively. Oh, that's a good thing. Okay, interesting. Yeah, I'm the person that makes that possible. I'm the middleman of the people looking for that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you sell the problem, you position yourself as the solution or the middleman to the solution of that problem. Oh, and this is something that takes repetition in our mind, but after a while you get used to it. Because whenever you're talking about the problem, if you have a prospective client in front of you, they'll be hooked. They'll be like, you're talking to me. Oh my God, you're talking to me. And then they work with you. Everyone you come across, they're either going to be a client, a connector, or a friend. Client's the person that you work with directly. A connector is someone, I know a bunch of people that can help you. A friend is like, I don't do anything business, but let's get drinks. And it's like, that's still fun. It's all a win. It's all a win. So sell the problem. Next one, 3 people. There's a man in Iowa right now who I'm coaching, and he's a realtor. And I sit down with him. I'm like, okay, if you work with me, tell me your goals. He wants to be one of the best realtors in Iowa. He wants to be like the realtor of the whole state of Iowa. I'm like, okay, cool, let's get to work, right? I got him on a program where literally every day he's required to meet three new people, right? 3 new people. And the thing about the 3 people you meet a day is you go deep with them. It's better to go a mile deep than a mile wide. A lot of times we go into like this marketing thing. We really got to reach out to 100 people, 100, 200 people. But in actuality, you go deep with 3 people a day, you will make a way greater impact than meeting 100 people on a shallow basis because you're cultivating relationships. That's what you're cultivating relationships. This realtor I'm telling you about, we've been working together for 3 weeks. In terms of qualified leads to do real estate with him, he's up like 500, 600% or something like that. You know, like he used to talk to maybe 1 or 2 people about buying from him. Now he's up to like 12 to 15 a month, right? Because he's doing the actions. He's taking this. So if you're a business owner, especially if you're a freelancer, I think freelance is the business where if you don't work, you don't eat. Is that true? Mm-hmm. Yeah, if you do nothing, nothing will happen. So y'all gotta go out there and meet people on a regular basis, you know? I'm gonna give you an acronym within an acronym, okay? That acronym is FORM. FORM. You probably heard a version of this, but I'm gonna give my version of it. So FORM, because some people have like a bit of anxiety. Who has anxiety when meeting new people? Raise it. It's okay. Okay, we have a little bit of anxiety, you know, meeting, oh, my stranger danger, oh my God. So FORM helps with that. FORM is basically the F in FORM stands for family/from. The first question I always open up with is, hey, where are you and your family from? Now tell me where you and your family from. You know, you talk about where they're from, you talk about where you're from. Then the O, occupation. What do you do for work? Oh, okay, cool. You talk about what do you do for work, all right? And then I talk about what I do for work. The R, recreation. Now, you don't say, what do you do for recreation? That's kind of weird, you know? You're like, what do you do for recreation? Like, what? There's a job interview? Who are you? So you say outside of work, what do you do? When you're not working, what do you do? Like for me, pickleball. You can find me, yeah, you heard pickleball? Yeah, I'll be out there on pickleball courts, man. I'll be out there they call it dinking. I'm just dinking the whole time. You find me at a pickleball court, at a vegan cafe with my girlfriend. My life is really predictable. I'm thinking about it now. You know, I do like the most simplest things, but I enjoy it. It brings fulfillment. I'm actually learning how to speak Spanish a little bit. You know, it's my buddy, right? I'll tell you about him in a second. But I'm actually taking it upon me, just learning Spanish here and there, because I feel like that's just a whole avenue of people to connect with, right? And I want to connect with as much people as possible, so I figured why not, you know? I want to introduce guys to my friend Ricardo right here. I personally asked him to be here because he is indeed a master networker. He's really, really good at what he does. And literally what Ricardo does is that he helps people create an additional passive income in addition to what they're already doing. Right? And he lives full-time off his passive income project. And I'm like, that's really, really cool. You know, he's big into investing and things of that nature. So Ricardo, if you can give a little introduction to yourself, you know, I look up to this guy. He's really a good guy.
Appreciate it, man.
Yeah.
I mean, it's done.
Mm-hmm.
How you guys doing?
Good.
Thanks for having me. Appreciate that, man.
Yeah.
My name is Ricardo. I'm from Venezuela originally. Been here in Kansas City for 6 years today, actually. Yeah.
Hey, 6 years, yeah.
So I love it here. What Alan was saying, I help people generate different sources of income from home, from wherever you're at. And we use professional guidance for that, and everybody can learn and simplify it. So that's what I do. That's what it allows me to live on my own, not have a schedule or a boss or a job. And a little bit of what I do, right? I'll get to know you guys personally a little better, hopefully in a little bit. So
yeah.
But yeah, man, thank you.
Of course. You know, I strongly recommend like anyone who is like open-minded to like additional streams on top of what you're already doing, connect with this guy. Like he's the go-to guy for that, you know, and he does it. And he's also like really good at networking as well. I remember the day when I met him, you know, we just connected, and then I ended up playing wheelchair softball, which was amazing. Like I absolutely like loved it. It was such a fun thing. And then connecting with other people, it's just a really good community leader. So thanks for coming, man. Yeah. Thanks for making it work. So now, okay, went over that. 3 people. The M. Oh, I did. Good catch. I got that. Thank you for that, because I be. Okay, so our recreation. The M. So glad you caught that, Yolanda. Okay, cool. So the M is set a meeting, right? Set a meeting. Now, if you're connecting with someone for the first time and you resonate with them, you feel a good energy with them, invite them to go to coffee sometime. Just be like, hey, we should grab coffee sometime. Let me take your contact information down, you know, like, especially if they're like a similar to you energy-wise. Hey, I'd love to grab coffee with you sometime. Let's exchange contact information. Now, there's different layers of contact information you can get. Now, you'll meet someone, you can kind of feel that you don't really feel a deep connection, but you want to connect with them. It kind of feels a little cold. Say, hey, do you have social media, Instagram, LinkedIn? You know, that's a good little safe, oh yeah, sure, whatever, you know. But you feel like this person is like a ride or die, like instant friend. Girl, take my number down. You know, take my number down, connect with them later on and set something up, right? So, and that's the end, but that's not for everyone. That's people you resonate with. Right? Making this a daily habit. I mean, there's 365 days in a year. That's like 900 new people. 900 new people. And every person knows at least 500 people. I did this thing where, so my LinkedIn has about 10,000 like connections on there. And I did a thing where how many people did the people that I knew on LinkedIn know. So essentially, like if one person's network is like 500, whatever, and I know them, how big is my network for just being connected with them? I just looked at LinkedIn and did it. My 10,000 connections turned into 1.9 million people. 1.9 million people. So just by connecting really deep with people, you open up your whole network to so many people, okay? So, all right, didn't forget anything else. Okay, cool. All right, good. We're flowing well. Now, here's some events to meet your 3 people, okay? Chambers of commerces, love chambers of commerces. There's plenty of them around town. BNI groups are pretty good. That's where you connect, network to BNI groups. This is actually one of the hidden ones. Eventbrite, Meetup, and also Facebook business events. Actually, Facebook events are starting to get pretty big. You can go on Facebook and just search like business event near me, and you'll find so many different events, right? Rotary clubs. I'm a member of this Overland Park South Rotary Club. I love Rotary clubs because the people that join Rotary clubs, from my experience, are usually people that are just looking to give. They've already hit a high level of success. They've already hit their goals, and they're just looking to help humanity, right? They're more charitable, they've already hit, because you sometimes go to networking events and everyone's like on a grind or whatever. At Rotary clubs, everyone's like, I've already hit my goals. I've already hit the level of success I want. I just want to help people, right? So that's why I love, going to Rotary clubs. At the gym, the guy that I'm coaching out in Iowa, he's I'm telling him to connect with his people weekly. He's meeting people at the gym, just working out. He recognizes them. We got a little strategy where he sees someone, introduces himself, if he sees them there regularly, then the next time he sees them at the gym, then he says, oh, let's exchange contact information, things of that nature as well, okay? Now, taproot every person. What taproot means is that when you connect with someone, you talk with them, you ask them, hey, do you know of any events? Do you know of any good business events or things of that nature? You can generate so many great connections just by asking people what do they know. So you connect with someone that's like-minded to you and you have a great connection. You then ask them, hey, do you know of any events that we both would love? You have any other business events? And usually they do have something there. And then you go to that event, you connect with another person, and you ask them the same question. This is how you take over a city. You're just taprooting. You're just connecting from person to person to person. Right? I moved to Kansas City 2017. 2017, I didn't start networking until 2018 or so. I knew nobody. Came here for a relationship. It didn't work out. My first weekends here after that relationship was literally, I hung out with her parents on a weekend because I didn't have any other friends. So she's out partying or whatever, and I'm just watching Netflix with her mom and her dad. We're just, and they're like, we'd love to have you over, Alan. Oh my God, I cooked. And I'm like, I can't do this forever, I can't live like this anymore, because it was a pretty mutual breakup, so it was pretty healthy, but I was just in a space of like, I gotta do something with my life, And so I started networking, doing a lot of these strategies, and then from the year 2020 to 2022, we built a community called the Lion Team from 0 to 5,000 people internationally, primarily just via networking, right? And the strategies I'm giving some of you right now, okay? So every person, taproot. Now, in addition to the events, be proactive for opportunities everywhere. This is the way for networking to be an additional 7-figure source of business for you. You must initiate conversations everywhere and every day with new people. First, there's a level where you're unconsciously incompetent. That's where you don't know what you don't know. You don't know what it is, right? Once you're aware of it, now you're consciously incompetent. You know that you should do it, but you're probably not the best at it because you're just getting started. My very, when I decided okay, I need to be a network, I need to get out there and meet new people, I would lock myself in a grocery store and be like, you can't leave this grocery store until you meet 3 new people. And no, you can't do employees. Because first I was talking to employees, don't know employees. You got to meet 3 new people in a grocery store. Just compliment whatever it is. And I would do it for weeks because I was like, I got to get used to the uncomfortable for me because I had a level of social anxiety where I just didn't want to meet people. I was like, I'd rather someone wave me like, hi, right? And I still got a little bit of, there's sometimes where I'm in a mode where I'm like, I don't want to talk to nobody. Like someone look at me, eye contact, I'll be, I just don't feel like it, right? But at the same time though, when I am in those runs of connecting with people, I notice that my life is happier, more connections, more friends. My business goes way up. There's a direct correlation between those two. Okay? So, next thing's empathy. Empathy. Empathy is super, super important. You don't want to be a master of telling your story. You want to be a master of understanding and relating to other people's story. You want to think about their problem. A lot of times when we meet someone new, in our mind, we're thinking, I got to tell them about what I do, otherwise they won't know, and yada, 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 yada. There is sometimes with the right amount of empathy, you can just be kind of just like an open ocean for someone to share about their story, things you're just asking the right questions. And then afterwards, they feel a level of connection with you. They're like, wow, this person's such a great listener. They did an airplane study, right? I think it was Southwest. They did an airplane study where they were trying to increase their customer satisfaction with a certain flight. So in every middle seat, they hired someone, like an actor, to just be a listener to each person on each side of them, right? Like this row was John, this row was Mary, things of that nature. So on that flight, the actor, the person, their only job was just to ask questions and listen, ask questions and listen. Afterwards, they surveyed the passengers that weren't the actors. And they said, how was your flight? All of them, 100% of them said it was amazing. The best part about it is that the person next to me was amazing. They were a great person. They were super energetic. I loved them. It made the whole flight pleasurable. Okay, tell me one thing about that person you sat next to. All of them were like, I don't know. Where are they from? What was their name? I forget. I don't know. They didn't even know anything about them. All they knew is that they were an amazing person. So you use this by being a great listener and knowing that you're building rapport with people by being a great listener to them. You want to make friends? Be a good listener. You'll be the most popular person in the room. Listening is something that's not very common nowadays, if you haven't noticed. We all meet someone that's just, right? You be that, it's the 7 habits of highly effective people. You seek first to understand, then be understood. Seek first to understand, then be understood. Okay? You want to think about their problem and their meta problem. Allow me to explain. You'll connect with someone and they're talking about, I'm a chiropractor, right? It was a person I did a bit of coaching with. She was a chiropractor. I'm a chiropractor right now. I'm trying to build my practice and all of this stuff. And I really want to help people. Okay, you'll hear, okay, her problem is she want to build her chiropractic business, right? As you hear them speaking, the meta problem is that chiropractic is a way of her, in a sense, serving the world, helping the world. So she's probably feeling a little bit of a lack of fulfillment because she's not getting to do her gift. She's feeling like, I just want to help more people. A lot of people that get into chiropractic, they genuinely just want to help people. And not being able to do that is frustrating at times. So I'm like, yeah, I get you want to build your business, but it probably really sucks to go out there and want to help so many people a day, but you're not having that many people to help. Like, yeah, it does suck, right? Because you're listening with empathy. So be really, really good. I love pattern interrupters, okay? Sometimes what I do with people is we're in the middle of talking, and then when we hit a pause point, I just have a question. Right now, what would add the most value to your life? Just ask that question. And whatever they answer that with, you make that your mission to the best of your ability. I've had people that said, business things, other things. I had one I'll never forget. It was at a business club. I asked a lady this question, and she said, my son is sick right now. I could use a prayer for my son. In the middle of the event, I said, let's walk outside. And we walked outside, did a prayer for her son. It touched her tears. It felt amazing. You're a business owner, but don't fall into the trap of thinking the only way you can help people is via your business. You are a human first. B2B, B2C, I don't believe in that. It's H2H, human to human. Be a human first, and you'll attract all forms of abundance that's necessary for you. Sounds good? All right, good. We're almost done. We're getting to the last letter here. The last letter is reach out. You want to be the one that reach out to people. Don't make a connection and just wait, play the waiting game. You're the leader. okay? I'm going to give you guys a reach out strategy. So I'll explain more about it later. I have a workshop where I'll go to different companies or business owners or groups of business owners where I'll teach them, like it's a Network Pro workshop. We'll teach them how to network, like step by step. We'll do rehearsal, we'll do practice together, things of that nature, and the networking. And here's one of the reach out strategies. First things first, get their contact. All right, you exchange contacts with them. Second thing, on the second day, you message them after the initial meeting. If you meet them on Tuesday, you message them on Thursday, right? Meet them on Tuesday, next day have a day to kind of digest interaction, and then Thursday, that's right in the memory window. Then you set up a time and place of meeting, have a dedicated place you support. This is what you do. You say, hey, let's grab that coffee. There's a local coffee shop I'm supporting. They're a small business. Would you like to join me in supporting this coffee shop? Now, already from the meeting, they're feeling like, wow, I'm having coffee with this person and I'm supporting a local small business. This person has a big heart. It's just little subtle things you do. And then during the meeting, you want to be 80% connection and listening, and then make sure they know what you do and also tap rule, right? So most of it, you're listening, you have a flow of conversation, but you want to make sure that you're the leader, so you're the listener. If you're the leader, you're the listener, okay? And then, of course, say what you do, but you don't have to like go all in on it. Just talk a little bit about it, things of that nature, and then make them essentially the theme of the conversation. Because don't get me wrong, when you first meet them and you're mostly listening, they're gonna walk away like that person could be my best friend easily, right? And then later on, you can talk more and it can balance out. So then you invite them to a group event. So you have a connection with them. Remember the chambers and things of that nature? You say, hey, this is such a great conversation. I would love for you to come to my chamber coffee. I would love for you to come. I like the guy I'm coaching in Iowa. He plays golf with a group of guys. Hey, I'd love you to come play golf with us, right? Because now they're making memories with you. Now you're building a healthy relationship. You're building a friendship, right? So you're building a friendship. You connect to the group event. After those 2 touches, they'll remember you for the rest of your life, rest of their lives. They'll remember you. When you met them, you had coffee with them, you had a group event with them. Now they're forever in your memory. And then after the group event, you want to have a conversion conversation. Now, a conversion conversation is where you get to fill out where are they in your Rolodex. Are they a client, connect, or a friend? And a conversion conversation can be someone like, hey, John, let's hop on a quick call. Okay, cool. Hop on a quick call with John. John, I am really passionate about what I do in real estate. And honestly, this month I decided to buckle down and go all in with it. I was seeing were you open to helping me at all? Do you know anyone that's interested in buying a house? Were you interested in buying a house? Or how does that land with you? John can either say, that's funny, I'm actually looking to buy a house. Or he's going to say, my sister-in-law is. Or he's going to say, I don't have anything right now for you. I'm like, okay, that's cool. Well, hey, I'll catch up with you later. Great. For the rest of John's life, he's going to remember you as that real estate person, as that freelancer, as that business person. And then if he ever comes across an opportunity, he's going to go to you because it's not, for him, it's not bringing you a client. It's helping a mission. People love to be enrolled in missions. I want to support my friend for being the best realtor in a state or whatever it is, right? So I'm going to help support this. You don't have to pay a referral fee, none of that. Some people say, I'll give you a referral fee. You don't really have to. People do way more for recognition and acknowledgement than they will for money. So you lead with that, And then if nothing comes from it, you want to keep in touch with them a minimum every 6 weeks. Just a little touch. Hey, hope everything's going great in your life. Hey, love to grab coffee sometime. Keep in touch. Now, remember what we said, if you're meeting people every day and you're working this strategy, it starts to compound. Because John talks to Cindy, Cindy talks to Walk, it starts to compound to the point where now you're no longer chasing business. Your business is chasing you. One of my favorite problems of the people I coach is when we start off and I'm coaching them and they're like, man, I need to get new clients. And then by the end of the coaching, they're like, Alan, I need to create systems to manage all the people that's coming into me. I can't handle all these people. It's too many people, right? And that's what we want to elevate to in whatever business we're in, okay? Bonus, I like to give a bonus. We all love a little bonus, bonus, prize, because bonuses are fun. Here's the bonus. Be Batman or Batwoman. Wonder Woman, whatever here. Now, someone may ask, why Batman? When you go into Gotham City, all of Gotham City knows Batman. Why? Because he's just adding value to everyone's life to the best of his ability. He's in the crime fighting category, but he's adding value. Make it a passive thing to every day you're adding value to people's lives in whatever shape or form. then that's how it gets to a point where your reputation starts to precede you. You walk into a room, you introduce yourself, and they're like, I've already heard about you from someone else, right? Reputation precedes you because you're this powerful go-giver. You're adding value constantly to the point where it's just automatic, and it charges your soul. Because that's what we're here to do. We're here to enrich each other's lives. All of us have a gift to give. As I mentioned before, all of us have a gift to give. And now you have an opportunity to actively give that every day. Somebody says, where do I meet people at? Well, how do I meet people? Look around. There's people everywhere. Literally, there's people everywhere. My secret hack, the reason why I'm able to create the success I'm able to create, because I know this one secret. Everyone has a heart. Everyone has a heart. Andrew Carnegie talked about how he was able to help a couple of his employees become multimillionaires. And they said, how did you do it? You know, these hourly employees, you got like 5 of them become multimillionaires. He's like, what I do with my employees, with my people, is the same thing they do in the California gold mines. When you're in California gold mines and you're looking for gold, you don't focus on the mud. You don't talk about the dirt. You only focus on the gold. Everyone has mud. Everyone has dirt. Cool, you pick it out the way, but you don't make that the theme of everything. Too many people, they nag about people about all of the mud and all of the dirt. No, focus on the gold. Everybody has gold in them. Make it your skill. Make it your passion to find the gold in everybody, because it's pretty easy to find. What I like to do, I look people in the eyes and I imagine them as a child. It works every time. Oh, I wonder what she would look like at 5 years old. What did they look like at 10 years old? When you imagine them as a child, as you're talking with them, you notice how the energy of the connection starts to get more and more authentic, and your empathy naturally comes out. Because how we interact with a child, it's like, oh, how's it going? Do that. Because most people, everyone has an inner child. Most people are still acting that inner child. You know what I'm talking about? You know, so most people still acting that inner child, but that's okay. That's okay. All right. So, and finally, you know, ways to work with me. I like I said, I have the Network Pro workshop. You know, that's where if there's a business or a company, or like I once had a group of realtors, whatever it is, I will come in. You know, we'll go through the steps. It's a Saturday afternoon. You know, where we just go all in, practice networking with each other, give them all of the strategies, all of the how-tos to kind of make it a passive thing for them. Now, this network includes in-person networking. I'm also really good at social media as well. You know, you guys, I told you my Twitter's at like 70-some thousand. My Instagram's pretty high up there as well. LinkedIn's high as well. So I believe in, you know, utilizing all assets to our avail to really build. When it comes to building your business, it's not about which strategy is the best. It's about which strategy is the best for you. Ultimately, you're going to succeed at what's best for you. And this workshop is about creating that and finding that. You know, that's for small groups. And then coaching, you know. If anyone work with me, one-on-one coach, I was very, very blessed. This is actually a picture where for 3 years in a row, I was rated the #1 coach in Kansas City. I'll give you guys a secret how I did that. Just love everybody authentically, fully. You know, I was just making a lot of noise, constantly connecting with that. So 3 years in a row, a couple testimonials here. I've literally coached thousands of people, so I'll go on all day about that. But what I'm willing to do for everyone in here, because my coaching packages, you know, they range anywhere between $5,000 to $50,000. And what I'm willing to do for everyone in here is that if you book a session with me, we'll have a coaching session on me absolutely free, right? About 45 minutes to an hour, where we go all in, all the way about your business, about who you are. I call it a Godfidence coaching, you know, which is unlocking that superpower within you, whether you're an entrepreneur, whether, you know, if it's just freelancing, which I guess is one of the same. But at the same time, everyone knows they have a superpower within them. And I help people access that superpower and live it consistently to build their business, to be better people for society and things of that nature. So with that being said, I love you all so much. Thanks for having me. You know, I could talk to you guys all day, but be blessed. Thank you. Yeah. Is there any questions or anything? I don't know if, no questions for anyone? Just want to double check. Okay, well, okay, go.
As you were talking about this, all of this makes perfect sense to me, but I'm much more on the introverted side. So when I think about me and my husband, he's much more of an extrovert.
Yes.
Like the thought of going into a grocery store and talking to people is like a hard no.
Yeah.
But my husband can literally talk to anyone all day, every day.
Yes.
So I guess say, like, and like 3 people a day, I think that's great, but for
Mhm.
me, that sounds exhausting.
I
so,
gotcha.
like, what do you say to people like me?
Okay, so I'm an introvert, natural born introvert. You know, I did the grocery store thing to kind of something that was so extreme to get myself out of my comfort zone. But what I'll say to an introvert is, first things first, go to events where meeting new people is a standard, right? So going there where it's already a thing that you already do. And then another thing, what helped get me out of my introvert shell was the goal, the mission, my why, right? So what's your why in your business?
To help women move their businesses forward faster. So I do public relations.
Public relations, okay, cool. And what is your why in terms of supporting your family, things of that nature?
To help my daughter see a successful parent, and to financially help our family as well.
Okay. Whenever you're in a circumstance where it's time to meet a new person, think this. Your daughter is rooting for you.
Yeah.
Your daughter's rooting for you. We can utilize our family, people we love, to really, because it really took getting out of my shell. I can either hold on to this introvert and not build my business and not hit these goals, or I can look down and be like, in your situation,
Yeah.
my daughter's rooting for me. I'm not going to let her down. There's like a superpower a mother can access when you think about her children. Like
Totally struck a chord with me.
Exactly.
Done.
Done. Yeah, that's it. Done. Yeah, that's it. Answer your question?
Yeah.
Good. There was another hand that went up. Where'd it go?
I think it was me, but it was more on the elevator speech piece that you had. I think the idea that you were raising what your capabilities are to help solve a problem, that's such a different approach that I've never heard. It's always this is what I do and this is why I do it, and it's just like
Yes.
robotic, but I really liked your strategy on that.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's such a huge connector. So
Yeah. Appreciate that.
Sure.
Yeah. That's my go-to. When it's really time to build business, I go straight there because I actually have a big background in like theater and cinema. I love movies, right? Me and my girlfriend, we watch a movie every week. I'm not exaggerating. We watch a movie every week. And the thing about movies is that movies don't start until a problem happens. Think about the movie Taken. Can you remember the movie Taken before his daughter gets kidnapped? We don't remember what happens. The moment his daughter gets snatched, she's on the phone and she gets snatched, that's when we're like, oh. The same thing with people. People don't really start to engage with you until you speak about a problem that directly applies to them. Then they're hooked. They're like, you do what? You heard it. Okay, I'm dealing with that problem. Because you're communicating empathy and you're communicating authority as you being the solution for that. Yeah. All right, thanks for that. All right, time. No more? No. Okay, we're done. We're done.
You have time for, one or however many, 2 questions. If there are more questions, we want to give you time to.
Okay, there's 1, maybe 2 more.
I don't have a question, but just go back to just an idea to add a recommendation for your slide about listening.
Mm-hmm.
Add to that, put down your phone.
Mm-hmm. Ooh. Can I do that right now?
Do that right now, or it's just a recommendation because it's amazing. I have a report to right now. He can only talk to me. He can talk to me, but he has his phone right there with him. So every time I have a conversation with him in his office or he comes up, we talk in the hallway. He's always got his phone right there, and he's always looking down, looking at me, looking down. Sometimes he says, "Hang on a second, I gotta take this." Like, dude, I'm talking to you.
That's a good one.
You wanted to talk to me, but you got your phone.
Who's experienced that before? Someone on their. Oh yeah, that's good. Thank you. I'm adding to that.
And then, of course, you've seen people in restaurants,
Yeah.
couples, whatever. Do they say one word to one another? No, they're on their phone.
Mm-hmm.
It's amazing. I'll look around, I'll see more people like this on the phone. And sometimes that's a comfort zone too, a phone, right? Or it has become a comfort zone.
Mm-hmm.
Get a little nervous. What do? We pull out our phone. Well, sometimes we check the messages and what time is it. And sometimes we do it just to, trying to get ourselves out of conversation. Like, well, I'm on my phone now to kind of pull ourselves away. So it can be a comfort zone too with the phone. But
Yep.
put down the phone.
That's a good. I'm gonna put that. I'm gonna put that. Just I'm put on an empathy slide. Put down the phone in all caps. Put down the phone.
Teenage kids every day. I'm talking to you. Can you put your tone down.
That's good. Thanks for that. Thanks for that.
I asked nicely.
Yes. All right, one more, real quick. Nobody? Going once? Going twice? All right, good. Thank you.
Great job, man.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Alan,
Yes.
that's next level networking. And
Yes.
I'm thoroughly enjoying it. Didn't you enjoy that? Yes.
Thank you.